Everyone, this is Angie at Stampingwithamore. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell for notifications each time I upload a new video. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I post on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday. The other day in my Sunday video I said Thursday and I have no idea where that came from. But anyway, it's Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday. Anyway, today I am going to be sharing a fun fold card. This is a double Z, but it's standing, so it stands like that. But isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, I'm so happy how this turned out. I had it in my head, and you know how you do that, and sometimes it just doesn't turn out that well. So this one I did with Highland Heather and Gorgeous Grape. I colored the dragonfly the same. I used Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, and I also used Pool Party and some Bermuda Bay on that one. We're going to do this one different. I'll show you how I colored the dragonfly. I'm also going to use the different colors, but it's going to be the same technique that I used to color this one. It turned out really pretty. So I am going to use two colors I don't ever put together, but I colored a dragonfly and it looked really pretty. So we are going to use Rich Razzleberry and Bermuda Bay. And then I'm using my Regal's Designer Series paper this time because I didn't have any Rich Razzleberry other Designer Series paper. So I am using this pattern. And I am using these, and these are the matting pieces. So for the Rich Razzleberry piece, this is our big piece. It's 11 by 4 1/4. For this Bermuda Bay, it's 8.5 by 3 1/8. And then the Designer Series paper is 4 by 5 1/4, 4 by 2 1/2. And then I have this piece that's 1 7/8 by 2 3/4, and you do or you do not have to put this on. I did for this one, and I just placed it right here on this back because it does stand. You can see that really well, and I decided I was going to just go ahead and mat that piece. All right, so the bundle that I'm using for this is the Dragonfly Garden, and it has the punch that coordinates with it. I am using the Stitched So Sweetly dies. I love these dies. It's this largest one right here, the rectangle with the scallops around it. So I already cut that one out because it was the only thing we were going to use the Big Shot for. So there it is. And I think that's everything except for some basic white for stamping. All right, so let's first go ahead and score these pieces. And we are scoring both of these on the long sides. So on the 11-inch side here, you're going to score it at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. And that's it. And then on this 8 1/2 side, you're going to do it at 2 1/8. and 4 1/4. And that's all your scoring for this. All right, so we are going to fold these, and of course, because it's called a Z fold, we are folding these back into a Z. I'm going to do the same for this one. And the matting is mostly going to be done on this right here. And that's another thing I didn't think of, but we'll see how this all works out. I may not even use that little piece, but we'll see how this all works out. First thing, I'm going to set these aside before we put them together. And I am going to go ahead and stamp this and stamp our dragonfly so I can show you all that. So the dragonfly, everything is from the Dragonfly Garden Bundle. So we are going to ink up this beautiful dragonfly. He is so pretty, or she, whatever they are. I imagine there's a he and a she. And then I'm going to ink up this flowers right here. And we are going to stamp this to the left of this, on this stitched so sweetly scalloped rectangle here. So that is all our things. We're going to also stamp our sentiment, which I just grabbed a piece here. I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment on the bottom here. So we'll have everything ready to go. I like to use the straight edge because I end up usually cutting these. But the piece for the sentiment, it turned out to be 3/4 by 2. And then the matting piece we're going to use is 7/8 by 2 1/8. All right, so I am going to go ahead and we're going to cut this. So I said 3/4 by 2. And I'm going to have to do it a little bit longer. I'll have to cut one end a little bit shorter. Just have to cut a little bit off this side. So I'm cutting it really close to the letters there. So, yep, that's 2 right there by 3/4. And that we're just going to set aside. All right, for the coloring. So I'm going to continue to use the Pool Party Light and Dark, and I'm using Rich Raspberry Light and Dark for this. Again, for the other one, I used the Highland Heather Light and Dark, and I used some light Bermuda Bay, and I used the Pool Party. So we are going to start, again, I'm going to use the Bermuda Bay. So we're going to start this, and I'm going to go ahead and I'll bring this closer. Hopefully I'm going to remember to pull it back up, because I did that one time and I had to redo the whole video because I didn't pull that back out. All right, so I'm just using the blunt end so I have control here. And we're just going to do the dark closest to his body. And you're just going to do a little bit because we are blending this all out. And then I'm going to take the next dark Pool Party and we're going to blend this in. I don't usually do a lot of like fancy coloring. To me, this is as fancy as I get. So I'm going to use the dark Rich Raspberry on this end. And we're just going to put it on the very end because it's pretty dark. And then I'm going to use the light Rich Raspberry, and we're going to blend that out a little bit. This is exactly how I did the other one. The same technique, which I don't even know if it's a technique. I just started playing with it and I thought the colors looked really pretty together. And then we're going to go with the light. I'm going to use my brush end for this one because I want to make sure I blend these all together really good. So you can mix, I mean, you don't think you always have to use the same colors together, because really I didn't know what this was going to look like, and I was really happy. I'm going to change my tip here so I can get in here really good. Because some of these colors blend very well together. So can you see how that's looking so far? I'm going to take this light and I am going to color the whole body all the way down. And then I'm going to use some light Rich Raspberry. I'm just going to kind of color a little bit of the body here, and then I'm going to go just down the tail a bit. And then I'm going to take this dark Pool Party and I'm going to just blend that in there. Just add a little bit down the tail. And that is going to be it for it. But look at, isn't it pretty? The colors really blend really, really nice. All right, we are going to punch this out with our punch. This is what makes it so easy. So this is a little bit of a richer dragonfly, richer colored. And then now for this one, we're going to do very little coloring on this. I like that it's the black and white, but I'm just going to add the rich raspberry on the flowers. I'm going to use the light, and then I'm going to just shade it a little bit with the dark. This is not fancy that I'm doing. I am just kind of coloring it pretty sloppily actually, but we're going to get the colors in here. Then I'm going to just darken the ends here. And then we're going to add some little color to these. And again, I'm using the dark rich raspberry for this. And then I'm also going to add some of this dark or light Bermuda Bay, and I just want this color in it too, so it picks up from the dragonfly. So we're going to color these little flowers here, and then I'm going to color actually the center of the flowers with Dark Pool Party. And that's about all I'm going to color. Oops, wrong side. The rest, some of it is going to be colored in, so it's going to be covered here by the sentiment. So that is all I'm doing on that. All right, so let's pull this back out. Whoops, not in. And then we'll go ahead and get this all ready to go. So I'm going to use some dimensionals, and I'm going to use 2 on this one. On each side of the wings, we're going to pop him up on here. And I'm going to put him right there. And then we are going to go ahead and let's get our sentiment and our backing, which I'm going to use the Bermuda Bay. And that piece is 7/8 by 2 1/8. I think I already told you that, but we're going to put that on here. I'm also going to pop that up with a couple dimensionals. I'm just going to trim that just a little bit on each side here, because I want a little bit showing on the ends. So center that on there, that looks good. And then we're going to put this sentiment right down here. That's why I didn't color all that, and I just wanted some subtle color. So I am going to use my liquid glue, and we are going to put that on here. Just like that. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put this together. So let's mat it. So we're going to mat this piece onto this large one. So this goes on here. And then we're going to mat this one on here. We're going to see what this ends up looking like with the 2 different colors. Now this goes on this way, so your V is going this way. This is the flat side. We're going to attach our dragonfly and all the other pieces there. So let's go ahead and attach that. So I'm going to just use wet glue again. I'm going to put that on the center here. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, I think this turned out so cute. And then we are going to just put adhesive on half of this. We're going to center it down here. Make sure you have the same amount of space here and here. Press that down, and then we're going to put adhesive on the back here. And then just hold that down. And I did cut the same color designer series paper, not thinking, but I think I'm just going to leave this one blank on the stand-up part, this back part right here. You can add a piece of designer series paper back there, but you know what? I think it looks cute with the two different colors. And that is all that's to it. You know what would really be cute? I didn't think about this, but you could add some little gems on here, some little rhinestones or something like that. And look at this. This is got a little bit crooked for some reason. So I'm going to move that up. This is what's great about having wet glue. There you go. All right, so here's that one. But isn't it cute how it stands up? And it fits in a regular size envelope. And then here's the other one. Tell me which one's your favorite. They're both really pretty. This one seems really rich and deep, and this one's really light and delicate to me. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed them. If you need any supplies, you can shop on my blog at stampingwithamore.com. Have a blessed one, and I'll catch you in the next video. See you later, everyone. Bye.